All right, it is the last conference of the first day of E3. It's Sony, and people are just wrapping up here. And I'm joined by our roving reporter, Lucy James. Lucy, thanks very much for taking the time to talk to us. I know you're in a state of shock after seeing what you saw on stage there. I guess, first impressions, what's the thing that stands out the most from that?
The Last of Us. Can I just have it now? Can you just give me a console? I'll just sit. I won't even go anywhere else in the conference. I'll just sit and play The Last of Us.
I mean, let's get into what they were showing. I mean, it was a live demo as well, which just looked stunning.
It looked, I mean, you could definitely see similarities between the gameplay and kind of in Uncharted in the cover-based shooting, but it is so brutal. It's something that definitely Uncharted haven't explored. It was just, there was getting whacked over the head by a giant wrench, there was stabbing in the back, there was blood everywhere. And it was great because it wasn't just, it was like against actual people, kind of more like where I Am Alive was. You were fighting not against undead or anything, you were fighting against actual other people. And that's what kind of got me excited.
Well, that's it. There's a sort of reasoning for it. It's not violence for violence sake. It is that whole survival aspect. And certainly, I mean, myself, and you could actually hear it around the crowd, just people wincing with every single hit. But that wasn't the only thing revealed. We had Beyond, Quantic Dream's next big project with Ellen Page, as, 15 years across this girl's life, from a young girl up to a sort of tortured teenager. And the short scene that we saw was a little 5-minute section that may have been playable. It was all in game as far as we were here, but of Ellen Page's character, I've forgotten the name.
Jodie.
Sitting in a police station and all sorts of strange cookie stuff happening. I'm sure there'll be a trailer for it up on Game Reactor soon. We had those two. I think they were the two big tentpoles of the convention. And then we had Wonderbook. Lucy, can you tell us about Wonderbook? Because
Wonderbook is some kind of interactive book experience that Sony are trying to... Well, they were pushing it, weren't they? And there's some, it's got involvement from J.K. Rowling. She's written the Miranda Goshook Book of Spells, and it's all interactive, and the Move is back. People forgot about the Move. They're bringing it back. And you use it as the wand, and you can fire, you can Alohomora your way through open doors.
Sort of a great idea. Slight issues with the live demo, as well you would expect from any conference, but I think the jury's out in that one. I think we'll have to see a lot more from it. It's a lovely idea for families, but I'm not sure. I'm not too sure, but maybe I'm a skeptical bastard in that. There's also a little bit of Assassin's Creed 3, which was nice because a completely different playable section that we saw where it was Assassin's Creed on the high seas that I thought was an interesting sort of spin on it.
That was a shut up and take my money moment. I'm really excited for Assassin's Creed 3 because they're changing it. Because Revelations was more of the same but with a really dodgy tower defense bit. And so now 3, new character, new time setting, no time zone. And on boats. I mean, what more can you want? Oh, so Liberation is all in me.
I actually quite liked as well. It just feels like they're really growing the Assassin's Creed universe in that way. They're adding extra new bits into it. And obviously we saw, the PS Vita version, female assassin. Liberation seems to be perhaps crossing over with the main PS3 game, though we're not entirely sure how much beyond the goods that will be shared. You get Congress Tomahawk, a few little bits and pieces here. I will have to find out a bit more closer to the release dates. Was there any other big points that I may have missed? What else?
Oh, there was the rebranding of the PlayStation Suite to PlayStation Mobile. Oh, that was a bit of a, yeah.
Sometimes you just have to hit people over the head with names and stuff like that. And as we have special guest stars in this segment as well. But yeah, I think that was pretty much the salient points. But we saw God of War, a little playable section on that. It looks like God of War. Nothing really, no huge surprises there.
They didn't really talk much about God of War. They're just like, here you go, killing stuff. There you go. That's all you need to know.
It sort of feels like they just need to include it for including's sake. Though we did see Kratos as well in All Stars Battle Royale. That was drawing some passionate cheers from the audience. even though, as you were pointing out just before we started here, everybody knows it by now. It's already being leaked all over the place.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'd like to see how Nathan Drake's going to fit into all, people with actual superpowers and things. He's just got a gun and the occasional punch.
Maybe he actually turns into Nolan North. We actually get to see Nolan North in the game. Sort of like metaphysical fourth wall break. And hello, I'm Nolan North. I do the voice for every single game character in the world. But hey, it would be a good thing. You never know. But that is us for the Sony conference. We're going to go and try and track down some developers and bagger them with questions as we do here. Lucy, thanks very much indeed for joining us here. You'll be seeing a bit more of Lucy over the coming days as she's wandering about the show floor, showing us stuff that we really should be checking out but haven't got time to. Yeah, check you later.